Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'll be using the Light Seers deck and the Starseed Oracle deck. So remember to take what resonates and to leave behind whatever you feel does not from today's reading. So let's find out what messages come through for today. So the first card we have is the Temperance card. Next we have the Queen of Pentacles. And finally we have the Five of Swords. So you could be dealing with an earth sign with that Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or even a Capricorn, and with a air sign with that Five of Swords, so an Aquarius, Libra, or even a Gemini. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so with the Temperance card, this is a card that is all about balance and being able to maintain a moderate and consistent kind of a balance in any area. So with this card, it is perhaps you being able to strike a balance, or a message that's coming through about you needing to perhaps better balance a situation. And with the Temperance card, this is a card that also shows very angelic energy and that angelic intervention, your spirit angels coming through in this reading. And this is all about achieving balance, may be something that can help in a certain area, and we're going to help you. So this is a card all about being able to receive that divine intervention and that assistance, and it is very much available with this card, and it could be something that you are getting the chance to experience. And with this being divine kind of assistance, it makes things much easier. So it's possible that on this day you may be in a place where you are being able to perhaps balance things out. It may be making you feel better as well, and it may also be leading to things being more in harmony. And so this card also shows a lot of progress, but in a very calm, slow and steady way. So it could be all about you perhaps being able to also experience some relief and forward movements at the same time, as well as harmony with those around you as well. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, this is a card that shows a lot of independence, and also is a card that shows being rewarded for any hard work that you do, or anything that you are perhaps focusing on or nurturing. So this Queen of Pentacles, and that being a card all about independence, it's also a card that I'm getting to show a lot of balance between your independence and perhaps also being able to balance other situations in your life with your independence too. So this card coming after the Temperance card could be you being able to strike that balance and being able to benefit in many different areas in your life, and you still maintain your independence at the same time as you are also able to show up in different areas of your life and also achieve and do well in those areas too. And then with the Five of Swords, this is a card that is showing some major changes that may be on the horizon for you. So these could be very big changes. So it could be so with this card being next to the Ace of Cups, I'm getting that it could be something that is more related to perhaps your personal life, something in love. There could be a huge change that is on the horizon, perhaps meeting somebody new, somebody who might be different. And this card also being next to the Queen of Pentacles could also show some changes also in work, in career, and those could be some changes that need to happen and that can perhaps free you from a feeling of something not working out and something being very difficult to manage. So you could be getting an opportunity for change as well with that Five of Swords, and also a relief, a bit of a emotional relief or a mental relief from any toxic energy or anything that could be causing you distress or that may have felt out of balance, something that may have been taking up your attention in a way that is perhaps not so positive. This is all about being able to change that. This card is showing a huge change on the horizon that is going to be for the better. This is about being able to transcend any negative energy, and this is a change that may play a very big part in perhaps your relationships, and even perhaps your career, and it may be a card that is, this change may be what is leading you to also perhaps your purpose and your destiny. And the Temperance card is also a card that shows greater purpose and you knowing what you want. So with that Temperance card and you being able to balance that and show up as this independent, successful, prosperous Queen of Pentacles, that could be what is causing these changes that the Five of Swords is showing. And it could be you perhaps walking away from something that is no longer serving you in a way that is productive and in a way that is going to feel good. So this could be a change that maybe it may be very necessary even. So that Temperance card is showing you really knowing what you want, and you are perhaps deciding on what you want. And that Five of Swords is even you being able to stand out in a group for having a different opinion and standing up for what you believe in. And this is perhaps you coming apart from something that is not working. It may be weighing you down subtly, but this is you being able to also stand up for yourself and stand up for perhaps that purpose that you feel is a better direction for you. But this card is showing any changes happening maybe even be for the better. And then with the Ace of Cups, this is a card that's showing new beginnings. So that change that the Five of Swords is showing is something that could be leading you to this new beginnings energy of the Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning that is going to be more fulfilling. So with the Ace of Cups, this is the kind of new beginning that perhaps you feel on a spiritual level, and it also impacts you on an emotional level. This is the kind of new beginning that can perhaps look like something that can provide you with a lot more fulfillment. And this Ace of Cups is showing transcending any negative thoughts, any negative emotions, and even being able to perhaps heal and move forward from any bad experiences that you may have encountered in the past. And this may be you getting a chance at really starting on a clean slate. And with this card, it is also showing perhaps new connections coming into your life that are more in alignment with you and more in alignment with this great purpose that the Temperance card is also showing. The Ace of Cups is a card that also shows a really happy kind of a beginning for you. Okay, so let's find out what message comes through with the Starseed Oracle deck. So the card that came out is this card over here. It says the Blue Flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Okay, so with this Oracle card, this is all about perhaps you are going through a time or a period of awakening and an energetic upgrade. So with that, it could be perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening where you are receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. But also, this could be about you being able to awaken in the sense of realizing some things and perhaps coming into a place where you are making some changes. With this card, it is all about being able to integrate what you know, what you feel on an energetic level. Then with this card, it is perhaps a time to be very patient with yourself as perhaps you go through this awakening period, this transformative period of change. And with this card, it is also a calling to be able to give yourself space to ground and integrate the extreme changes that you may be going through right now. So for some of you, you may be going through some major changes already and be in this Five of Swords period right now. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a card from the Fairy Tarot deck for further messages. So the card that came out is this card over here. It says Ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. So with this card, perhaps you may be realizing that what was keeping you in a situation or keeping you in a relationship may be something that perhaps you are perceiving now as being something that was maybe toxic, or it wasn't the most healthy. But with this card, this is all about you being able to regain that independence, and being able to continue to nurture your own independence from perhaps unsupportive, unfulfilling people or vices or structures. And so you may be gaining a lot of stability in your own independence and finding more of a balance when it comes to you and others, or you and perhaps something else in your life. So this card speaks on your independence and you perhaps gaining freedom from any attachments or anything that may have had you bound. Okay, so that is all I have for today's reading, Sagittarius. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.